The question is, what is the structure and plan to move forward into implementation? We implemented our plan several years ago. We started the process in 2003, and I'd say we completed implementation about 5 years later, within about 5 years. And for us, it was three structures that really powered the action plan to completion. First, we built upon the 35-member task force that the FOE had started for us. We took those members and built an institutional standing committee on the first year experience. That put cheerleaders who had a lot of knowledge about the FOE into every college, school, and unit on campus, and brought them together on a monthly basis to talk about the current challenges and the issues facing our students. So wonderful. Second, we created an Office of the First Year Experience. I was blessed to be the first director of that office, and that kept us focused again on first year issues. And we're a small institution, so I serve on many institutional standing committees, faculty standing committees, and task forces. And so I served as an advocate for first year students at every one of those venues, and so that made a big difference. And then last, we had amazing commitment from our provost and vice president for academic administration, Dr. Ernie Nolan, and several of the FOE original task force members are still here and have worked with us to really power this thing forward. So that's made a great difference for us. How to get the most out of the Gardner Institute staff. The Gardner Institute staff is an accomplished and impressive group of educators and professionals, which may make it seem a little bit intimidating to approach them. What you need to know is they are some of the most real and authentic people I've met in higher education. They truly care about your students and about you and about your institution's success. They want to hear about your ideas. They want to hear about your struggles. They want to hear about your challenges. And you really need to take advantage of their openness. They offer and host lots of workshops and summits and conferences, and I've been to many of them, and they are all top-notch. I've always felt like I've gotten my money's worth and then some. I always come home with a legal pad full of to-dos and ideas, very energized and charged up. One workshop or conference that I really enjoy attending is the FOE winter meeting. It's held right before the annual FYE conference, which is also amazing. And the FOE winter meeting, it really is a wonderful group of colleagues who have either gone through the FOE process, are going through it, or are considering it. And for the first time this year, I presented Madonna University's journey from 10 years ago through now with the FOE, and it was a wonderful opportunity and a great experience. Learned a lot. Every year I learn, even though we're out 10 years from going through the process, I still learn something at that FOE winter meeting that I can take back to campus, or that I can be supportive to another campus, which is an awesome opportunity. The Gardner staff are always front and center at these events that they hold, and they are so accessible. You need to connect with them. And one thing that I love is that they connect you with like institutions who maybe are going through some of the same things you've gone through. So again, that network of professionals that you will come into contact with as part of the FOE extends so long beyond the project. It's definitely worth it. The question is, what would you do differently or the same if you could do it again for the FOE process? If I had to do this all over again, I would say don't take yourself too seriously. There was an element of fun in all of our FOE meetings, and there were many meetings. And I think that kept people interested. Yes, we have a large task force. There's lots of people. Yes, you have to collect a lot of data. But we managed to make the process engaging from start to finish. Two examples of how we infused a little fun into the process. Our FOE pioneers first always had food at meetings, and that was an excellent and successful human motivator. And it's one that I've implemented as a tradition and kept going for our institutional standing committee on the first year experience. That grew out of our FOE process. A second example of how we made things fun was when Betsy Barefoot came to our campus to do focus groups with students and faculty and staff. We cut out these little paper footprints, bare footprints, and those led to the meeting places. And again, it just was a little something unexpected that made a big difference for those involved. There was a sense at the time we were going through the FOE process that we were doing something new and different and meaningful. And people want to be part of something that's enjoyable and makes a difference. So don't make the process too tedious. It doesn't need to be, and you're sure not going to get it done any faster that way. So keep it fun.